In the age of Super Earth's Second Galactic War, tales are told of brothers whose rivalry burned hotter than Hades' own flames and struck harder than Zeus's own thunder. This is their story, a saga of fire, lightning, love, and hate. They waged across the Terminid's infested world of Krakatw. They answer the call not as heroes of managed democracy, but as a necessity. For no operation survives without those willing to burn, shock, and occasionally heal each other out of pure spite. They embark on their first trial to enable the oil extraction facility. Not for riches, nor for glory, simply because High Command demands it. Hades, bringer of fire and toxic gas, scorches the way. Zeus, wielder of bolts and master of crowd control, keeps the bugs at bay, and occasionally revives his brother when he is in need. Though brothers in arms, their strengths lie apart. Hades, master of fire and destruction, takes upon himself the grim duty of unlocking precious containers and sealing bug holes, the unsung work required to ensure team success. Together they have to find their way. Meanwhile, Zeus, unable to grasp such mundane tasks, fulfills his role through vigilance, keeping Hades breathing with well-timed stims and an overarching barrage of lightning. It is said, one cannot hold both the key of freedom and the undying will of liberty. Alone, Hades struggles beneath the weight of the swarm, for even the god of the underworld cannot halt a tide without aid. Yet with Zeus at his side, wielding the storm's fury to break the onslaught, Hades is free to unleash his true talents, fire and gas. Together, they wield devastation beyond mortal comprehension, combining all the elements, destruction and control. Where these brothers walk, no enemy is too vast, no horde too fierce. All shall meet their end beneath the combined wrath of gods. Together, they press forward without hesitation. No challenge too great, no obstacle too steep. The arcs of Zeus' lightning reach farther than any sane Helldiver would dare, while Hades paints the battlefield in flame and fumes. They are, without doubt, in their element. None can stand between them. Quite literally. Even their own squad keeps a safe distance, for survival is easier when one does not stray too near gods at work. In their wake, only scorched earth and the shattered remains of their foes. Fire and lightning weave through the ranks of the enemy, an inferno sustained by perfect, if volatile, cooperation. Yet not all outcomes were suitable for public viewing. Before we proceed to the next two missions, a word of caution. Some scenes were relegated to the outtakes at the end of this video for reasons of taste or sanity. Viewer discretion is advised. Who shall reign? The question remains unanswered, and so the battle rages on. However, for the sake of scientific accuracy, a brief correction must be made. Despite their apparent possession by these mythological roles, neither of these Helldivers are gods. Not even close. They are, in fact, mere test subjects, carefully selected by the HellDads Science Team to evaluate the feasibility of this so-called Greek Brothers build. The results have been promising, yet not entirely professional. At the height of their fury, it is easy to forget this bond is not forged in brotherly love, but in eternal rivalry. Each step, each strike, a contest to prove supremacy. Fire against lightning, destruction against control. Yet even among chaos, moments of brilliance emerge. These brothers, so often driven by rivalry, begin to show signs of something far rarer: cooperation. As the operation progresses, their efficiency grows. Fire and lightning no longer clash, but complement. Each draws strength not only from their chosen arsenal, but from the other's presence. With increasing precision and battlefield awareness, they extend their assault beyond mere primary weaponry, weaving stratagems into their onslaught. Together, they evolve. Together, they adapt. And for a fleeting moment, even the Ministry of Science might concede. This experiment shows promise. Knowledge is power. In their second mission, tasked with retrieving valuable data, it became painfully clear that knowledge itself was but a distraction. The true lesson here was one of endurance and of endless violence. The synergy between Hades and Zeus reached new heights. Fire clears the path, lightning holds the line, and for a brief moment, victory seems not only possible, but inevitable. Yet the Terminids, ever resourceful in their simplicity, refuse to relent. For every swarm burned, another lurks beneath the soil. For every arc of lightning, another claw reaches from the darkness. No matter how refined their tactics, no matter how efficient their execution, there is always one more bug to kill. The time had come, the final challenge of this operation, a blitz. Speed, precision, and destruction were paramount. Despite their eternal grudge, they moved with singular purpose. Fire and lightning in perfect harmony, pushing deep into the heart of the infested city. Hades burned a path through the swarms while Zeus cut down those who strayed too close. Drawing upon all they had learned, the brothers advanced. The objective was clear: eliminate as many bug holes as possible and do so with godly haste. Against such fury, the Terminids stood no chance. No nest was left untouched. No foe survived their wrath. For in this fleeting moment, rivalry gave way to efficiency, and efficiency gave birth to devastation. And so it was, in a fleeting moment of clarity, that Hades understood the truth. His hatred had blinded him all these years. Not even the forces beyond this world could tear these brothers apart. Fire and lightning, once rivals, now bound together by something greater. Forged in the heat of battle, tempered by countless swarms. United at last, not by love, but by duty. A duty to uphold the most sacred of causes. Managed democracy.
seconds.